Did you get fired for making fun of Puffy?
You know what it all came down to? They
came down to gay rappers. That's what it was
gay
all
rappers
about. And exposing.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy. And she was on the radio talking all this way back in the
People think that Diddy said this to intimidate her.
And also, it's my birthday month, so leave a like, leave a comment, try to get some engagement up in here. Will Wendy Williams ever come back to TV? Let's talk about that, because I have a feeling that she will. I've been talking to a couple friends of mine, and in the beginning I said she wouldn't. I was like, no, she's not gonna come back to TV. It's over. In that documentary that she did, she tried to get her TV show back up and running, and they told her no. They didn't say anything. Oh, you like my lip combo? I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and I'm also did it with a little Jeffree Star liquid lip balm. I just took a lip balm and melted it down. Okay, that's my combo, my lip combo. Anyways, I feel like she would come back for a comeback, and I think that the whole thing was a big scam. Her drinking, her getting into this rehab, the whole thing was so that she can get out of the contract she had with her husband, so he won't get any money out of her. I think the whole thing was a big elaborate just because let's not forget.
Part 7, final part. Wendy easily had hundreds of different instances where she was bullying her guests on her show, and many say that her failed marriage was her karma for being such a cruel woman to so many people. Wendy's husband Kevin had an affair on Wendy, and this affair led to Kevin and the mistress having a child together. The revelation of the affair and pregnancy prompted Wendy to file for divorce in 2019 after being married to Kevin for 20 years. Even though Kevin was the one who cheated on Wendy, Wendy was still forced to fork over $250,000 for Kevin to find a new home, as well as $10,000 per month in alimony. This took a big hit on Wendy financially, but again in 2022, Wendy was hit financially again when Wells Fargo, who she banked through, decided that they wanted to put her in a conservatorship for someone else to control her money because they believed that she was struggling with declining health and substance abuse. As much as I do not like Wendy Williams at all, I think it's absolutely crazy that a bank has the ability to request their clients be put into a conservatorship. Wendy and her attorney fought this in a New York City Supreme Court, and they were able to prove that Wendy was of sound mind and able to handle her own finances. While I understand that Wendy has gone through many different obstacles and hurdles throughout her childhood and through her adulthood, that does not excuse her decades of foul behavior toward SA victims, male and female, the LGBTQ community, towards breastfeeding moms, to fellow addicts. It's funny because it seems like a pattern of Wendy stomping on these victims, trying to belittle their voices, trying to make them be quiet, while having really positive things to say about the perpetrator. Example, she hates the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement empowers women to come forward when they have been SA'd or harassed. Example 2, she had so many negative things to say about Keke Palmer for coming forward with certain allegations, but had wonderful things to say about Trey Songz, the person she had all these allegations for. Wendy spent her childhood feeling insecure with her body, and now as an adult, she shames people for their bodies. I genuinely believe Wendy Williams' thought processes are very self-serving and very toxic, and she's not someone who actually cares about people. Wendy's behavior is a pattern, and it's not improving, and I don't see it improving anytime soon.
I know you want to kiss me.
He was under some clause they had together that if they ever broke up, she would continue to pay him. But there was some stuff in there that said that if something happened to her, like the things that have been happening, she would get out of that. And I think that is what happened. I have a feeling that she really put on a show and was thinking like, you know what, let me just act a little crazy. Let me fall down on TV. Let me have a little problem. They put me in the mental place and all that stuff like that. So that way she can get out of the contract. And then when it's dissolved, she can come back. How you doing? Like, if that was the case, because that's what I've been hearing, that's what happened. And there's been a lot of talk. Listen, there's a lot of people who do not like Wendy Williams. There's a lot of people who do like Wendy Williams. But if Wendy Williams was around today, the things she would have had to say about the P. Diddy situation, remember, she was there. Wendy Williams was right there talking about the P. Diddy parties. Wendy Williams was right there exposing a lot of the things that happened.
Did you get fired for making fun of Puffy?
Yeah, by Hot 97. I had to fight a lawsuit. You know what it all came down to? It
came down to gay rappers. That's what it was.
Gay rappers and exposing. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy. And she was on the radio talking all this way back in the day. I've been telling you things for years, but you don't want to hear. So, all right, fine. And I don't understand parents who unleash their kids. Oh, it's just a deeply moving story to me because I know all of the story.
She knows, and I know she knows, and I know she knows.
Not only that, there is a whole entire episode where P. Diddy and Wendy Williams sat down on the couch and had a little interview.
Did you guys see this interview between Diddy and Wendy Williams that aired 7 years ago? Look at how she reacts when he tells her that he met her son backstage.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage, he
did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot to a lot of people in general. I mean,
people think that Diddy said this to intimidate her because, I mean, we all know Wendy knew a lot about what was going on in Hollywood. If you haven't watched this interview, I suggest you do because I couldn't believe how much Diddy was lying throughout this entire video. He was actually dating Cassie during this time, and when he was asked about his relationship with her, he made it seem like they had a perfect relationship and that he really loved her. During this interview, she also asks him about Biggie's death and if he feels responsible, and this is what he said.
Do you ever feel responsible in any way? In any way?
I mean, the thing that I think I always feel some sort of, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. You know what I'm saying? He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night, and I let him talk me into not going to London and staying in LA, and that's something that really bothered me throughout my life. Is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut, and in my gut I was like, you need to get on the plane, but sometimes when you don't listen to your gut, and this is God's world, it's his plan.
But if you go and check out Gene Deal's interviews, he was Diddy's former bodyguard back in the day, and he was there when Biggie died, and he says that Diddy was...
Let's not forget that happened. So she knows a lot, and I just feel like Wendy Williams is a part of pop culture, and one of the things I really loved about her is after her talk show, she would go backstage, and it was like on the YouTube portion. The YouTube it was an after show, and the camera would start backstage, and then she would go back there, and then it was all for YouTube, and you could see her getting unmiked and the hair coming off and the makeup sometimes, and her sitting and just like talking and meeting people. Like that was like a fun part, and I really wish that I missed those episodes. You guys know what I'm talking about, and people would watch and it would get views, and I loved it. And it was just like almost like extra revenue for her on top of the sponsors that she would get and the amount of free makeup and free clothes. And then she had the best seats at all the New York restaurants. You know that. I just feel like it was amazing. Like Wendy Williams' show, in my opinion, was an amazing show. I miss it. It just felt like a part of everyday life. No matter if I was sitting at a doctor's office watching it, or if I was at home or running my errands, I could catch the show. Everybody was always watching Wendy Williams' show. And it was such a fun show. And now everybody wants to have their own show. Everybody wants to be a talk show. Everybody has a podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are now starting their own podcast. They're starting their own live stream. They're doing it for themselves. And I always tell people, you want to be a model? Take your pictures, get your little outfits together, get you a photographer, be your own model, be the star of your own TV show, have your own YouTube channel, like do your own thing. And then if the right people see it and if it's a hit, maybe it'll go bigger. But at the end of the day, at least you did what you wanted to do. I always say, don't sit around and wait. Gone are the days where you can just walk down the street and you get spotted by somebody in fashion. No. You know, that's not happened. I'm not saying it does, but it's super rare. Nowadays, people are online looking around. So I'm just saying, Wendy Williams has been around for a very long time. She's started off in the radio. She did TV shows. She started movies. I love Wendy Williams, and I really wish she was still around today. I'm sad to see the stuff that happened to her, but people are saying that she looks a lot better, that she's acting and she's more coherent and walking around and stuff. Like, I'm shocked. Yeah, but is Wendy Williams perfect? No, she's not. She's a little messy. She is a little messy, and I think that she had to be a little messy, like in the beginning, just to like stand out from the rest of the people, all the competition. And I don't think that her goal ever fix this damn lash. That's how you know the drama's good, when the eyelash is a little wonky. And the $75 Dior bronzer. Ooh. This bronzer was not worth it. For $75, not worth it. It has too much like fragrance for me. Not for every day. I think a good bronzer is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I love this bronzer because it has a lot of blurring in it. But anyways, this is just purely for vanity. Yeah. Wendy Williams. The show was iconic. Even if we never get it again, it's almost like in the same realm of like Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas. You know, they had the whole Frenemies podcast. It was just a good show. I always had a good time watching it. I was obsessed. I was completely and utterly obsessed with the show. And if it never comes back, I at least want to see more from her. An at-home podcast, a YouTube channel, Tiki Talkies, you know, her just talking to the camera. Like I've always said, like even if I was like a billionaire, I would still do YouTube. I would want people to see what I'm doing and my unboxings and my hauls and discovering new places. And I think that I would really enjoy that. I know I would. I know in my heart of heart I would enjoy it. Even it's just like, hey guys, follow me around. Found this place. Let's check it out. Like very much that. And I think Wendy Williams knows how to put on a show. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a message. Like just the things that she's been through. Like I know people try to take her down. I know people don't like her. I get that. But at the end of the day, I want to see Wendy Williams dipping it and doing it. Yeah, I could totally see her coming back, dating somebody a little bit younger than her, getting remarried, and claiming back what like her gig. Because I do feel like I feel like she didn't end off the way I wanted her to end off. Hold on. And whether you like Wendy Williams or don't like her or don't even care, I think that she is a part of internet culture and gossip and news. And she is iconic in the sense that she's interviewed Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and offended people and got them mad and made
a relatively normal life?
No.
Whitney, you keep yourself in the headlines.
No, Wendy. Y'all keep me in the headlines. I mind my business. I try to maintain what I got. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a about what you're doing all the time. Wendy, I love you because you support me, and you've been good to me on the radio. However, you know, watch what you say, baby girl.
But Whitney, watch what you do. And
I know it's not. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. That's all, baby girl. That's all I'm asking you is watch what the you say. I want to tell anybody that got a problem with you to kiss my. And I love you, but I don't live for you. I don't live for you.
You smoke weed?
Oh, shit.
So, Whitney, is there drug use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child.
And attended parties and been in movies. And she has just done so much. So, I think that it's one of those things that when she was around, because we saw her so much on TV, it was kind of like, oh, this is Wendy, we'll catch it later, girl, I'm not bothered. But now she's been gone for so long, it's kind of like, I miss Wendy. Like, I miss the show. What would she have to say about this or that? Or any of these crazy hot topics? And so I don't know if Wendy's out there watching, which sometimes I heard that she does. Y'all leave a heart emoji in the chat for Wendy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Rich Lux with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on YouTube. I love you guys. Mwah.